You know, it might be me, but I really do feel that it's more exciting to do the videos that I am pretty sure no one's going to watch. Now, I say this because a lot of times those videos are very well made, and I try to make all my videos well made, but these videos that I know that not a lot of people will see because it's not a sexy thing to go out to the YouTube algorithm are very exciting to me. Mostly because they're very passionate, and there's things that go into it that are from the heart. And not to say that all my videos don't come from the heart, they do, but this one's a little more personal and based on me, but not based on a piece of gear, a microphone or whatever. So let's go into part 2 of my career and dive a little deeper into what goes on set and maybe some little tips and tricks I could give you. Oh, and before I forget, welcome back to the Rebel Tech channel. I'm Justin, and of course, like I just said, part 2, career. Now, being a crew member, meaning that a person that just does the work to make the thing happen, meaning the audio person, the cinematographer, camera operators, PAs, whatever it is, it's a lot of hurry up and wait. And if you don't know what that means, hurry up and wait means get everything set and just prep everything and hurry up, get everything going, and then just wait until they say rolling, which you could wait a good amount of time while everyone else is doing their thing after you just busted your butt trying to get everything done. Which is fine, it's to be expected with the job, and I've had a lot of jobs like that where it's just hurry up and wait. Which is, like I said, it's fine. It gets a little annoying, but you get used to it after a while. But for me specifically, and I could give a little bit of insight on this specific thing as a boom operator and audio supervisor, audio person on set. So here is a list of things that I noticed and things that I have grown to get better at and all that stuff. So let's get into this list. First thing, holding the boom for a long time. You need to work out, and I'm not talking about beefing up, but be able to have endurance with holding the boom up. I have had a couple of dislocated shoulders, so it's a little hard sometimes. I've gotten some angles, like a little chicken wing action there, trying to get more comfortable without losing your angle with the boom pole. Takes a little bit of practice, but you get used to it after a while. So endurance with your holding up of the boom pole. Big thing for audio person. Now this next thing, listening to multiple audio sources at once, and I covered this in my Zoom F6 settings video that came out like a week ago or whatever. So listening to the multiple audio sources, I talked about it, listening to lavs and booms at the same time, listening to 2 lavs simultaneously. It's just something you got to get used to and something that is part of the job. Next thing, it's a simple one, hit record. Don't forget to hit record. And especially if you're on set and there's a lot of things going on and people are relying on you to do your job, especially actors who do a lot of hard work in getting into character with you doing prep as a crew member. They do the prep and getting into character with their emotions and things like that. And a lot of times they get a bad rap for that because they, like Christian Bale got a bad rap for it back in, I forget what movie it was, but he yelled at somebody. I mean, he was probably a little out of line, but I can understand where he was coming from because he's trying to get into an emotional state that's not natural to how he's feeling at the moment, and he needs to do it right. And if somebody messes up, the audio person, the lighting person, whatever it is, he has to do it again. Just like if you had a person kick a light stand while you're a cinematographer and you got a good shot, but the lighting was messed up because of that. Same concept, just different person. Now the next thing, communication, and that's good for any job. Communication is key. Having a nice, cordial relationship with your crew members, your peers, and everything. Make sure you're comfortable talking to everybody, and make sure you grow a relationship. Doesn't have to be a personal relationship, just enough that you could be professional with each other and understand your cues, and make sure you understand, hey, I need to do this way. It's not wrong, it's just your way. So you got to get used to everybody. That's like in anything, like a baseball team or a basketball team or any kind of sport. You need to understand each other and have good communication so you can work together and make it fluent. Because a crew is essentially like a sports team. You have to all do different jobs to have one goal. Next thing is specific to audio, just like holding the boom pole, knowing your focal lengths and knowing where the cameras are in relation to you. Because if you have the boom pole up and it's a 14 millimeter shot, you got to get up there or back up so that you don't have to worry about being in the shot. If it's a more of a close-up shot, like a 35, 50, whatever it is, and more of like in their face, you could get up in there and get some good audio. A lot of times on set, a little insight, we use audio for wide shots that were recorded in a tight shot. So if everything goes by the script, it's easy to relay that translation. So everything has that same cadence, everything has that same flow, and you try to get every audio source just right. That's why we use lavs and try to get the boom as close as we can. But sometimes there's unforeseen things. There's tight quarters. There's tough shots to get. There's mirrors. There's things like that get in the way. So you try to get it as best you can. But a little tip and a little bit of insight, BTS. Sometimes the audio that you're seeing wasn't recorded in that thing you're seeing. It was recorded on a tight shot that was basically the same audio. Also, another thing, ADR is used as well. With indie sets and things like that, you don't have as much ADR. For me, I am capable of doing it, and I have done ADR and built boots and things like that to make ADR happen. But for the most part, try to get it right the first time so you don't have to worry about it later. It costs more money and costs more time, which is never good. Another simple one here, saying rolling or sound speed, whatever it is. Just make sure you are letting people know that you're rolling and everything's going, you're hit record and everything's going fine. Now, the last thing I want to get into ties into communication, and that specifically for an audio person, you need to speak up if there's a bad take, if there's noise outside of what other people can hear, because the microphone can hear all. It can hear everything, so it could hear a lot more than the person directing or whatever. They're also doing their own job, so they're not focusing on the sound. So you need to speak up if something goes wrong, or if there's a truck that passes by, train, whatever it is. Just be comfortable with making mistakes and don't make them too much, but if you do make a mistake, speak up. Alright, so this next section is an easy one for me to answer. And it was a question that I was I thought about it a lot, but the answer is very easy. The question is it a glamorous job? And the quick answer for me is hell yes, it is. There might be tough days, there might be tough things you have to do. But for me personally, I've worked some nasty jobs. I've worked on boilers, I've worked on cars, I've worked on a lot of things that use a lot of strenuous activity and also a lot of dangerous activity. Working on a boiler, you're working with boiling water, so you could burn yourself very badly. So yes, I've worked a lot of crappy jobs. Working an audio job is definitely glamorous because it's not I don't have to dig graves, I don't have to pick up crap, literal crap, feces. That if you had feces on the bingo chart for Rebel Tech videos, there you go. You just got yourself a check. Now, the last thing I want to get into is technical aspect to guide some indie people. I'm trying to read it off of this, but basically just the technical aspect, common mistakes. I covered that in the section before, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this simple for you. Because a lot of times you need to make these mistakes on your own and learn for yourself. But I can give you a little bit of insight into things that you can apply to just about anything. It doesn't have to be for filmmaking. And this is a very simple list, and I'm going to roll it off right now. First off, know your role. If you're the audio person, stick to your audio. I mean, you could help people out as needed, but when you're on set, stick to your thing. Lighting, audio, camera, stick to your thing. Don't try to spread yourself too thin. It is key to having a working crew work right and get the job done right. Second thing, kind of contradicts the first thing, but help others. If you're able to do other things, meaning if you're just standing around and you're able to take 2 minutes just to help the lighting person do something or set up a shot or whatever it may be, you could do that. But for the most part, know your role and stick to it. but if there will be times where you're in prep and breakdown especially. Next thing, avoid chit chat, avoid like nonsense talk while you're on the scene and while you're shooting. Of course, when the scene's over, you'll read the room and everything like that, but try not to chit chat, try not to talk to people and have a conversation start and stop all the time. Stick to your job and know your role. See, that's why know your role is your first one. The last two, focus and don't daydream. All tied together, these things. Basically, be a good worker and just focus on what you're doing. Be professional and just be a good crew member. That's the best way I could put it. And that is it. That is my part 2 of my career videos. Part 3 and forward, we will see what happens. I think I will have the career videos be tied into my reaction videos to my short films, which I'm going to be doing. Hopefully in June, I'll start putting those out. I know I said I wanted to do some shorts. I have some ideas, but they're just thoughts right now, and I need to figure it out. I want to record them on my phone, and I'm thinking of getting a stabilizer there. I'm just figuring out which one to get. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please hit the like button down below and consider subscribing for more videos like this, more videos about tech gear and things like that. I covered the ZDM1, which is going to be going up against a couple other microphones in the future. The Shure SM7B is coming. I promised the video will be out. I just wrote the script, so we're going to be having that recorded in the next couple days and probably be out in like a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, depending on how quick it goes and how much time I got. Also, comments down below, leave comments and let me know what you think. Let me know that you like the video, whatever it is. Just conversations. I love having conversations with you guys. And if you want to talk to me more directly and have a more streamlined conversation, on the weekends I stream now because the weekends I have more time with life getting back to normal. So just hop into my stream. I play video games. I do some dot-to-dot art. Very chill. Listen to stream beats. And that's all I got for you today. As always, be safe, be kind, and I'll see you in the next video.
What you doing, girl? Oh, you... Ooh. Naughty nurse. It's not, I'm gonna call her a nurse. It's going for the alliteration. But no, she's a nun. Actually, the alliteration would have worked that way too. I'm just dumb. You see nothing.